don't know me like a young OG. I'm a classic man. Your niggas getting mad by the street, elegant, old-fashioned man. Yeah, baby, I'm a classic man.
Tonight, the Pacers continue west in their only appearance on Warriors ground this season. Indiana is feeling good after a win in Phoenix, but Golden State welcomes back their leader and look to continue their dominance at home. Live on ESPN, it's Warriors versus Pacers, and it all starts right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Warriors would like to welcome the Boy Scouts of America as they display the American flag. Here tonight to sing our national anthem, would you please welcome from the Menlo School in Atherton, the Nightingales.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Nightingales. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Oracle Arena and tonight's National Basketball Association game between the visiting Indiana Pacers and your 2015 NBA champion Golden State Warriors. At this time, let's introduce tonight's starters. First for the visiting Pacers. Starting at forward, setting 6'9" in his 6th year out of Fresno State, number 13, Paul George. Also at forward, setting 6'7" in his 3rd year out of Arizona, number 44, Solomon Hill. Starting at center, setting 6'10" in his 7th year out of Arizona, number 27, Jordan Hill. At one guard position, setting 6'6" in his 2nd year at Michigan, number 40, Glenn Robinson III. And at the other guard position, standing 6'3", his 11th year out of Lanier High School in Mississippi, number 11, Monte Ellis. The head coach for Indiana is Frank Vogel.
This is why we play.
Dub Nation, this is Warriors ground. The time is now. Defend our ground. Lights out.
It's go time! Let's get hyped and make some noise! Get up on your feet and greet your NBA champion, Golden State Warriors! Playing his 4th season out of North Carolina, number 40, Harrison Barnes! In his 4th year from Michigan State, number 23, Draymond Green. Playing in his 11th NBA season from Melbourne, Australia, number 12, Andrew Bogut. In his 5th year from Washington State, number 11, Klay Thompson.
I am so different than y'all, so far apart. The way that I balance the bars, God. The dance that you're doing is dumb. That's how they do where we from. You know it don't start till 1. How they do where you from?
NBA Friday, presented by State Farm, continues from Oakland, California, and Oracle Arena, home of the defending NBA champion Golden State Warriors, who've won 37 in a row at home, entering tonight's game against the Indiana Pacers. And a boost for the 39-4 champs as head coach Steve Kerr returns to the bench for the first time since the finals. He was out because of complications from back surgery. He had been traveling with the team the last month or so, and he returns to coach the team tonight against Indiana. Dave Pash, John Barry, J.A. Adonde will join us in a little bit. Well, JB, Luke Walton did a great job. They have the 2nd best record through 43 games in NBA history. What happens now? What's different for the Warriors with Steve Kerr back?
Just a shorter head coach with blonder hair. Basically, I don't think this team will lose a beat. As you mentioned, Luke Walton was sensational. Just a different voice. Maybe the first couple timeouts, guys will look around, not really recognizing who's sitting there, but I think this team is going to keep sailing. Everything's going to be the same.
All right, we have 2 all-star starters in this game. One not a surprise at all in Steph Curry. The other maybe a surprise when you consider Paul George had that horrific leg injury that he came back from.
Incredible to see him play at this level so quickly. In November, arguably the best player in basketball was Paul George in the Eastern Conference. They're going to need Paul George here tonight. 33 points he had, 8 boards, 6 assists last time these teams met, and that wasn't enough. Paul George is going to have to be superhuman tonight to win here at Oracle.
And Steph Curry leading the league in scoring, a terrific campaign, even better than his MVP season from a year ago, John.
He's changing the game. He's shooting the basketball from 35 feet at times. When you have to double team him at half court, it puts your defense in a pickle, and everybody's seen it on a nightly basis.
Lineups for the Pacers, former Warrior Monte Ellis, who spent 6.5 years here in the Bay Area, joined by Glenn Robinson, Paul George, Solomon Hill making his first start of the year. Jan Mahinmi, who had been starting at center, is out with an ankle injury, so Jordan Hill gets the start. And the 5 for the Warriors, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, who was an all-star starter last year, an injury replacement, Kobe Bryant. He and Draymond Green, although not voted in by the fans, you would think will get picked by the coaches when The reserves are announced next week. Thompson over the last 2 months is averaging 24 points per game, while Draymond Green is the NBA leader in triple doubles.
Dave, and how about Klay Thompson against Indiana in the last 3 outings? Averaging just a mere 39 points per game.
At 29 in the first half of their game earlier this season. Here's a steal by Green. Green able to clean it up and score off glass with the left hand.
Now, early turnover there from Paul George. How about this stat? As great as he's been all season, he's got more turnovers than assists since December 1st.
Well, they're glad to give him the last couple days off. His legs catching up with him. Lack of energy coming off the injury that cost him almost all of last year, when he suffered that broken leg with Team USA in that exhibition game back in August of 2014.
I think there's no question. You take a year off of basketball, typically it takes a year to get back. He did it a lot faster than most, but right now, definitely fighting heavy legs midway through this season.
Monte Ellis picking up the foul. George averaging a career high in scoring. He's 8th in the league in that category, close to 24 per game. And we got the top 3 3-point shooters in the league. Curry, Thompson, and Paul George. As Thompson hits a 2, and it's 4-0 Golden State.
How about Steph Curry has 196 threes. Set a record last year, 286 for the season. He's only 90 away already from a record he set last season.
Well, you mentioned 196. Klay Thompson, number 2, as Jordan Hill gets the Pacers on the board. Thompson has 129.
Number 2.
He's 70 back of him. Here's Curry,
71.
And there's 197 for Curry. He'll be the first with 200 threes 4 straight years in NBA history when he gets there maybe tonight, maybe in the first half.
Incredible. Indefensible, this guy, from where he is able to pull up and knock down shots. And he shoots over 50% from the field.
Hill, and it's swatted away by Bogut, and Solomon Hill inside gets the putback. Frank Vogel told us he's starting Solomon Hill because of the energy Hill provided in the second half of their loss to the Warriors. And you see good hands there in the passing lane by Hill. Now the Warriors were up 30 in the third quarter, but the Pacers at least made it close. Ended up losing that game by 8 back in early December in Indianapolis.
Yeah, a 40-20 fourth quarter when the game was pretty much in doubt.
Long rebound to Curry, who's one of the best rebounding guards in the NBA. Curry's 3, too strong. Golden State plays the Spurs here Monday night. San Antonio, believe it or not, only 2 games back, 37-6. And then Dallas here Wednesday. That game will be on ESPN. Solomon Hill missing. Here comes Curry and company. Green on the catch. That got deflected and still got the Draymond Green inside for the deuce.
This team and their passing ability, absolutely incredible. Almost 29 assists per night for the Golden State Warriors.
Over 70 the last 2 games. Jordan Hill inside. Think about the statement they made. They lose at Detroit. They come back and beat Cleveland on the road by 34 and then win at Chicago by 31. Another rebound for Curry off the Green miss.
Well, we mentioned the passing. How about 28 times last year they had 30 or more assists in a game? They already have 21 games with 30-plus assists.
Thompson hits the 3. And the Warriors, who average an NBA best 13 threes per game, already with 2. And a timeout by Indiana. Steve Kerr said, this is easy. I remember this.
Like riding a bike. Welcome back, Steve. Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and the Warriors off to a good start.
All right, Warrior fans, it is Friday, and that means it is Authentic Fan Friday, presented by Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Now, I'm here in section 212. This is the Authentic Fan section. Tonight, they are getting hooked up with these Authentic Fan jerseys. Check it out right here, courtesy of Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Yes, here you go, Authentic Fan. So give it up for section 212 on this Authentic Fan Friday, because this is the Authentic Fan section.
something. Cause history says the way I persist. System thumping, so here's a little something. East to Coast bar, baseline pumping. System thumping, so here's a little something. Cause history says the way I persist.
We go upstairs to Club 200 for more music from DJ T-Sharp.
PPA, no info for the DEA. Federal agents mad cause I'm flagrant. Tap myself and the phone in the basement. My team supreme, stay clean. Triple beam, miracle dream. I be that. Catch a seat at all events bent. Gats and holsters, girls on shoulders. Wave side to side and keep your hands high while I wave side to side and keep your hands high while I wave side to side and keep your hands high while I 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 keep your hands high.
This is how we do it. It's Friday night and I feel alright. The party's here on the west side. This is how we do it. It's Friday night. This is how we do it. It's Friday night. It's Friday night and I feel alright. The party's here on the west side. This is how we do it. It's Friday.
Notice that seat's a little cooler. Just move 6 inches over. That was such good coaching.
That is fantastic. The two of those guys together, and Steve told us before the game that, you know, he and Luke, Steve would be watching games and the way decisions that Luke would make at the end of games, Steve says those are the same things I would do.
Yeah, he would sit and wonder, what would I run here? And almost every single time, Luke would run exactly what he would do. You can't credit Luke enough, and also this team. Now, you lose your head coach, and you get an assistant out there. You have a team. If you don't have the right mix of guys and the right personality and the professionalism, it can go any which way, and this team went straight up and got even better. It's incredible.
Harrison Barnes on the cut, and he gets the tap to go, and it's an 8-point Golden State lead.
Well, awfully close to offensive goaltending there. I thought that ball might have still been on the rim. Looked like it was going in on its own.
Harrison Barnes missed 16 games with an ankle injury, but he's back and had a 19-point game on Wednesday in Chicago as part of that Warriors dominance over the Bulls. George way off the mark, and Glenn Robinson the third getting the start tonight with all the injuries that the Pacers have, including Rodney Stuckey, who's missing his 5th straight game with a foot injury. Long pass to Green, puts it in, and a 3-point chance for Draymond Green.
Dave, that is such a smart play by Draymond Green. No way he can catch that ball, so all he does is go up and he taps it to himself. You see that? He couldn't have caught that basketball, tips it to himself of the smaller player, and then shows off the guns, gets the and one. Unfortunate that he didn't get in to be an all-star starter. He certainly deserved that, but obviously Kobe Bryant deserves to be there. And Draymond couldn't have been more graceful about not being a starter, but he will definitely be in Toronto in February.
Although Draymond reminded us as we were sitting down with him before the game that had Kobe not have been voted in by the fans, and he was the #1 vote getter in the entire league, so clearly that's what the fans want to see. Here's an alley-oop to Thompson. Green reminded us that if Kobe didn't get voted in, Zaza Pachulia would have gotten in over Draymond as voted by the fans. Turnover by Klay Thompson.
All things in life aren't fair, Dave. Had that happened, that would have been, I mean, come on. Zaza doing a heck of a job down there in Dallas, but come on, Draymond Green has been terrific, and he's a guy that's been in the MVP voting. I mean, conversation. He's been that good. What, 8 triple-doubles this season? And on the best team in basketball.
It's the most ever by a power forward, by the way, and we're not even to the All-Star break. As George throws it down, ending an 8-0 Golden State run. First points for Paul George. Entry pass to Green and a foul called on Paul George. That's the second on Indiana. And Draymond Green averaging career highs in scoring and rebounding. Plus, his assist numbers, John, have doubled from a year ago. He was around 3.5 this year. He's over 7 assists. I know it helps when you got great shooters. You're going to get more assists. Speaking of that, Curry with his second three-pointer, 198 now in the season.
And 115 games in a row, closing in on Kyle Korver's record of 127 consecutive games with a three made.
6 points for Curry, couple of assists already. Here's Solomon Hill from outside. Not even close on the three. He's 3 for 20 on the year.
Yeah.
Another fast break opportunity. Green streaking down the floor. 22-8 Golden State. Another Pacer timeout.
Well, you think it's easy just to shoot threes. Well, you pay the price if you miss threes. Long rebound to Curry. The outlet, Hill doesn't get back. Another easy opportunity, and the Warriors rolling again.
Well, it's been an incredible season for Steph Curry when you consider he was the MVP last year. His scoring has jumped 6 points per game. He's shooting better than 50%, 45% from three. Draymond Green leading the NBA, as we mentioned, in triple doubles. The top assist man among NBA forwards, and that includes obviously LeBron James. The plus minus for these two guys. Green got his big contract in the offseason after being a second-round pick. And Frank Vogel and the Pacer bench just got a technical coming out of the timeout. And so Steph Curry, 91% free throw shooter.
Wait, what did you tell me on the way over today?
All right, so
Andre Drummond
missed 23 free throws in one game
against Houston the other day.
Steph Curry has missed 22 free throws all season.
All season. I love it. Get back to Draymond Green, the 7.4. How about 5 non-guards in the history of the game have averaged 7 or more assists? You know some of those names. Another easy opportunity.
The jam by Iguodala. By the way, they charged a technical to Jordan Hill for the Pacers. 12 fast break points already. That's more than the Pacers have for a total.
Number 1 in the league, just over 20 a game. The Golden State Warriors in transition.
C.J. Miles trying to provide a spark off the bench. He gets it rejected by Bogut. Thompson. Rebounded by Robinson.
So those non-guards with assists, Larry Bird, LeBron James, John Havlicek, and Will Chamberlain.
Oh my goodness.
And Grant Hill. That's a pretty good list. 7.5 assists a game for Draymond Green.
Here's Joe Young, rookie from Oregon, stroking home a three, ending a 8-0 run by Golden State.
Very confident offensive player. Played very well in the last 2 ball games in the absence of George Hill. He can absolutely fill it up.
Pac-12 Player of the Year. Last season, second-round pick. Bogut off the mark. Here comes Young, whose dad, Michael, was part of Phi Slamma Jamma in Houston. Fans wanted to travel on Hill, so did Steve Kerr. And a turnover nonetheless by Indiana.
I think what gets missed about the Golden State Warriors is how good they are defensively. Now remember Christmas Day, they scored 89 points and beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. They scored 132 on Monday night in Cleveland. So you say we have to slow the Warriors down, that's how we beat them. That's not necessarily true. How about 57-0 going back to last year? They are when they hold their opponents under 100 points.
Wow, what a great look by Curry, and Draymond Green with 11 points already. But to your point on Golden State defensively, JB, number 1 in field goal defense last year. This year they're third, but they're number 1 defending the three. So they're the best three-point shooting team, and they're the best perimeter team defensively.
Well, I guess in practice they're used to having to do that. I could say, be something that they're used to doing, but it's incredible little foul on Ezeli over the back. But I just don't know what you're supposed to do to stop this team on the offensive end. Now, we really haven't even seen what they go to majority of the time, high screen and roll Draymond Green and Curry. You have to double team Curry at half court. The NBA is about spacing. No one gets better spacing than the Golden State Warriors because of the ability of Steph Curry.
But we haven't seen it because they've been running all night. As that's a beautiful shot by Paul George, banking it in. 14 fast break points for Golden State. George with 2 buckets, and he comes in averaging 24 per game, 8th in the league in scoring. Here's Ezeli, and he's fouled on the reach in by Paul George. There's like a Jordan Hill for the reach in. And so Festus Ezeli, who's had a really good season, his 3rd year out of Vanderbilt from Nigeria, shooting 2. Now tomorrow night our ABC Saturday night package begins with the Bulls and the Cavs. The first game for Ty Lue as head coach of Cleveland. Monday night we talked about Golden State, San Antonio. That's on NBA TV. The first of 4 meetings between those 2 teams. They played twice the last week of the regular season. TNT Thursday, Knicks, Raptors, Bulls of the Lakers. All your thoughts on Ty Lue taking over for David Blatt?
Well, I was surprised at the move at this time. David Blatt, 83-40, had a team up 2-1 in the NBA Finals against this Warrior team with 2 of their top 3 players out of the lineup. I was surprised, and why I don't really have any aspirations to get into coaching.
A turnover by the Warriors. 3-on-1. Young takes it all the way and flips it in. Well, we talked with both head coaches today, and I think the other 29 head coaches in the NBA are in agreement that it's a shame as Draymond Green throws it down. When you got the best record in the Eastern Conference and you led your team to the finals last year, granted you have the best player on the planet, LeBron James, but you had major injuries too, and then you're out midseason. The highest winning percentage for a coach in NBA history to be fired midseason. Here's George, off the mark, rebounded by Curry. But with that said, it seemed listening to David Griffin, the Cavs GM today, that he felt that he needed to make the move now because he didn't think they were good enough to beat the Warriors or the Spurs.
Maybe a little overreaction. 1 game. We'll see.
Brought to you by the MGM Grand Las Vegas. Please welcome out to the floor the Warriors dance team.
You ready?
I look at stare so deep in your eyes. I touch on you more and more every time. When you leave, I'm begging you not to go. Call your name 2-3 times in a row. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Looking so crazy, your love's got me looking so crazy, your love. Break it down now. Oh no, no. Me looking so crazy, my baby. I've been playing myself, baby. I don't care. 'Cause your love's got the best of me, and baby, you got me so crazy, baby. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Looking so crazy, your love's got me looking so crazy, your love.
The Warriors dance team. Tonight's a great.
Well, I feel much better. That's why I'm back. I'm excited to be back. The timing was just all along, just when I was going to feel well enough to do it. And I've been at practice pretty much every day the last month or so, and just trying to gear up for it. And I'm finally to the point where I feel ready to go, and it's going to be fun.
And after the Warriors took an early 12-6 lead in the first time out, Steve Kerr told his team, I don't know about you guys, but I thought that was great coaching. And that's the typical Steve Kerr dry humor. He's been showing more of it in recent weeks. One of the signs to his teammates or his team that he was ready to come back. Now, of course, Kerr's return means that Luke Walton, who did a stellar job, had the team at 39-4. In Kerr's absence, had to move down the bench. Walton said that he was ecstatic that Kerr gets to get back to doing what he loves. He's happy to see him feeling much better. He said he will miss the tactical aspects of being the head coach, the game within the game, as he called it. He said most of all, he's going to miss having the license to yell at the referees. Dave?
Well, you said, if there is an opportunity, and actually this is how I phrased the question, if there is an opportunity down the road to be a head coach elsewhere, this has to help, right? And he said absolutely. He said that if he would have just gotten a head coaching job with never having this opportunity, he would be overwhelmed. He says there are a lot of things that he learned through this process that he would never have understood that are overwhelming at first, especially when you got a team like the Warriors.
Well, what an incredible opportunity at the same time. And that's why as Ezeli can't get the lob from Iguodala, I credit this team, these players, to have the responsibility to hold each other accountable. And I think Draymond Green was a guy that stepped up and really said, look, Luke Walton is the head coach right now. Until we get our guy, Steve Kerr, back, this is the voice in the locker room. This is the guy that's our leader. And everybody bought in. And you can't say enough about a 39-4 start. I mean, incredible. One of the great starts in the NBA history. Luke's going to be a head coach real soon. Like, probably next year. And you think about it, there's going to be quite a few jobs available, I think, as we go into next year. He's going to be a hot commodity.
Coach of the month in November. Draymond Green to the bench with 13 points on 6 of 7 shooting here in the first quarter. Meanwhile, Festus Ezeli picked up his 3rd foul in 3 minutes. So Spates is out there. And Allen missed the free throw. Golden State ball, leading 30-18, a minute to go here in the first quarter. The Warriors shooting 60% from the floor in the opening frame. Here's Steph Curry, 7 points, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds in a quarter. Here's Iguodala for 3. Too strong. Miles Turner couldn't corral it, batted it out of play.
Well, this is not a great quarter for Golden State against Indiana. They had 44 in the first quarter in the first meeting after the 79 points at the half. But shooting 62%, it just comes so easy to this team. Incredible.
Barbosa down the lane, puts it in off glass. First bucket for Barbosa, 13th year in the NBA.
Still seems to have those quicks, doesn't he?
Miles Turner off the mark. Turner's played well the last few games, rookie out of Texas.
Another board for Curry.
So that's 7 now for Steph. He averages 5 rebounds per game, so he does average a good number for a guard. Turner with the rebound. Turner scored 25 points at Denver on Sunday.
11 for 13 in that game. Guy they can step out, shoot the ball to about 18, 20 feet. And they really like what they have in Miles Turner. He's going to be a guy that's around for a long time. Good skills.
Good pass there to Young by Turner. Shot clock at 2. 2.2 to shoot for the Pacers. Indiana comes in at 23-19. They have the 5th best record in the East entering tonight. Buttinger will inbound. Here's Turner with 1, lets it fly, and it won't go. And that's the end of the first quarter. That went in, but it won't count. But why should we be surprised? 3-quarter court 3. They still scored 32. And look at their first quarter leads on the road at Cleveland Monday, at Chicago Wednesday, tonight as they return home with Steve Kerr back on the bench, a 14-point lead after one.
Kind of Warriors winning streak. They're giving away incredible daily prizes for the next 3 days, like today's prize, a Klay Thompson autographed jersey. Keep entering and you can win the grand prize, 2 floor seats for an upcoming game. Sign up tonight at warriors.com/25days.
All right, Zub Nation, it is time for the Authentic Fan Shootout presented by Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Check it out. We have got Justin from Martinez over here and Chris from El Sabronce on the other side of the court. Now they are going to compete to win this 50-inch Sony flat screen TV. Now what they have to do is make 3 shots to complete the CSN for Comcast Sportsnet. They've got to do a layup, followed by a free throw, and then a college 3 points at the top of the key. So are you guys ready to go? All right, you guys, make some noise for the Authentic Fan Shootout. We want to give away this amazing flat screen TV. Check it out. On your marks, get set, go. All right, Justin, the free throw, both of them 1-1. They're neck and neck going for the free throw now. They've got that layup going for the free throw. We've got Chris over here. He's going for that last shot. Both of them going for top of the key in that college stream. Let's see who is going to get it. Will it be Justin? Will it be Chris? Make some noise, Warrior fans. And it is Chris over here from El Sabronce. Come over here, Chris. Congratulations, he is pumped. You just won this amazing 50-inch Sony flat screen TV courtesy of Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area, and he is our Authentic Fan winner.
Remember, fans, if the Pacers shoot under 80% from the free throw line, everyone will receive a coupon for a free Jumbo Jack when you purchase a large shrink, courtesy of Jack in the Box. So be sure to get up on your feet and make some noise when the Pacers go to the line.
Charismatic, Asiatic, I hustle for mathematics. Cameras, action, change the status. Actor, type of your favorite actress. Gucci, rockin', poppin', movie, watching, booties, shopping, body moving, showing, proving, styling, and being fly. I touch the masses like a Catholic. Expensive rap, it's my future's backlit. Interact with the cat who matches stacks, my vernacular tracks, y'all.